Joining us now on the Megacast is Rebecca Limbaugh. She is the executive director of Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit, and joins us now on the program. Rebecca, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you on and tell us about your organization. First off, can you just give us an overview of what Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit is and what you do to help people right here in our local area?
Well, Boys Hope, Girls Hope's mission is to nurture and guide motivated young people in need to become well educated career men and women for others. Our scholars come from a variety of backgrounds, and there are barriers that prevent them from achieving their full potential. So, what we do is like we provide all of the services necessary to get them to the next level. We are here to help eliminate those barriers, whether it's family, school, community, or any other challenges that they may face. Our team is actually committed to empowering young people by helping them become the best versions of themselves that they can possibly be.
And so this is an organization that is not necessarily local. It is, of course, it has this local chapter, but it's connected to a national organization of Boys Hope, Girls Hope. So how does that connection help you fulfill your mission and have the resources needed to contribute to the problems that are individual to people in the Detroit area?
Well, just to give you a little bit of history, Boys Hope Girls Hope was founded in 1974 by in St. Louis by Father Paul Sheridan, who believed that all children have potential, but there are barriers that prevent young people from, reaching their full potential. So he opened his first residential home in St. Louis in 1974. So since then, it has expanded, and we are now in 15 cities and states, including Guatemala and Mexico. So we're international now. So, what our national office will do for us is to bring us all in one location to share best practices. We also offer scholarship assistance. They help us in that area as well. So, we'll provide a portion of the scholarships, and we'll talk a little bit more about all three of our programs soon, I hope. But what our network's headquarters do is just bring us all in one hub so we can continue to grow our programs in these 15 different cities and states and internationally.
And you mentioned, Rebecca, that one of that at the crux of what Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit does, and what the national organization, international now organization does, is to overcome those gaps and those barriers
Yes.
to education and to progress for these kids all across the Detroit area and around the world. So, what are some of those barriers specific to Detroit, and what are some of the ways that your organization helps to navigate these students, these young people around those barriers to achieve these goals and really tap into that potential that the founder of this organization truly believes every child has?
Well, we offer three individual programs. And in these programs, we offer family support, school assistance, community engagement, resources. There's a lot of challenges that young people face in the community, especially with family. Sometimes you have young people in the city of Detroit who really want to be successful, but they just don't know how to get there. I was one of those students, actually. I was born and raised in Detroit with the similar barriers that our young people face. And sometimes they're just stuck in their community and they do not have the resources, exposure, support, love, guidance that they need to be able to make it to the next level to be successful. That is what we offer. We offer that in three different ways. First, through our Hope House residential program. In this program, we have 6 girls who actually live in the house. And we provide wraparound services to these young people for whatever reason. Maybe it's homelessness, maybe is just there's a family that has this family has too many people in the home and they can't focus on this young person, but she has dreams and goals. So we bring that child in our residential home, and we provide those wraparound services to that young person. We also partner with 3 schools in the city of Detroit to provide college prep support for 3 schools, 10 students each school. We provide the same services that we do in our residential home, which is a wraparound services, love, support, resources, guidance, exposure. We provide that to these young people in the schools. They just don't live with us. So same services, they just do not live in our home. And we provide those services after school. We just partner with this wonderful organization here in Detroit called Say Detroit, where we're going to bring all three of our schools, our students in our schools into this one location so we can provide the services together. And our third program is our collegiate support. What we found is when young people grow up in the inner city, they're only used to their surroundings and then the support that we give them. So we want them to go to college. We want them to be successful. So we follow them to and through college for the next 4 years, offering scholarships, the same love, support, connections, resources that we provide to our Hope House and our Hope Academy. We also provide to our collegians until they graduate with their bachelor's degree. And then we just ask them to come back and give to their community. All of our services are free of charge.
And you mentioned that you have a partnership in the college prep area and with those three schools in Detroit, and of course,
Yes.
with Say Detroit, also, which is a nonprofit in
Yes.
Detroit that's run by, of course, Mitch Albom. And it's been interesting over the last several years, especially during the pandemic, to see the ways that nonprofits and charities began to partner together even more than before to provide the services that they provide, but also to bridge some of those gaps in our society that really became that much more inflated and that much more visible to people that maybe weren't paying as much attention, or maybe it was just slipping by them in the past. Speak to that and how much partnership and community partnership really means to Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit and its ability to fulfill its mission and provide these resources to kids that really need it. And then when they do receive it, are able to have such amazing outcomes as a result.
I'm going to tell you, I love the whole old African, statement that says that it takes a village. It truly does. We at Boys Hope, Girls Hope, I am a mental health therapist by degree. And so it's important that we focus on the mental health of young people. And we have actually revised our curriculum to focus on mental health. And what Say Detroit and the Union, which is another nonprofit, and now Mary Grove, we just moved some our offices into Mary Grove so we can be in that hub of other nonprofits and community organizations that can help support what we do. So we want to make sure that with the partnership with Say Detroit, the Union, Mary Grove, is that we have this wraparound. I talk about wraparound services a lot because that's what our young people need to be successful. So we're exposing them to every opportunity, whether it's financial literacy, whether it's mental health, whether it's college tours, to make sure that they're on the campuses, actually filling themselves on a college campus. A lot of mental health work, a lot of life skills. So we partner to make sure that our scholars have these wraparound services.
You can find more information and help them fulfill this mission and provide these services at bhghdetroit.org. That is
Yes.
bhghdetroit.org to learn more about Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit. We're joined by its executive director, Rebecca Limbaugh, on today's edition of the Megacast. I want to also give you an opportunity to talk about some of the ways that people can contribute to this organization with their time and of course, financially to help you with your goals and with your future. But one of those ways is to participate in your annual Festival of Hope. Can you tell us about the Festival of Hope and when that is and how people can participate?
Yes, Festival of Hope is something. It's that's my baby. I created it. I've been at Boys Hope Girls Hope since 2013, and I was sitting at the table with our young scholars and a few of my team members, and I say, so what do you guys? We have to serve community because I don't care where you come from, your background, your economic status. Is that like there's always someone who has a little bit less than you. I want to make sure that we teach our scholars the importance of giving back to their community. And we talked about it for a while. And then at one of our residential homes, we actually started to bring our young people together and ask them, how do you plan a community service event? And our scholars planned this event, and we had the first event in our residential home, maybe about 40 or 50 people. And then now here it is, maybe like 9 years later, it has grown to now we're in the community. We service every single area, east side, west side. And what we do is a 2-day event. The Friday is more of a Black History celebration where we bring all our partners, parents, scholars, young people. Everyone is involved in Boys Hope, Girls Hope. And our young people, they actually plan and they implement this day. There's activities, there's a lot of fun. And then the second day is the actual community service. And we come together with our partners and we just serve the community. Care packages, we feed them, there's activities, there's just a fun day. Specifically for the community. And what I found in our young people is like they truly love to give back to their community. So it's been big for us for the past 9 years, actually.
You can find more information by visiting bhghdetroit.org, bhghdetroit.org/festival of hope, or just go over the events and news and select Festival of Hope to learn more information. We're joined by Rebecca Limbaugh, the executive director of Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit, on today's edition of the Megacast. Rebecca, I do want to give you some time to talk about how kids and families can get their young ones involved in this organization and get them access to these resources in those three key areas: residential, college prep, and support services. Because it's one thing to provide those services to people that you find, that you go out to and that you reach out to, but if someone is in need, or if people are in need of these services, how can they best reach out to Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit?
Well, we're on every social media outlet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our website. And then there is a link there that you can find out about our services. But I am very grassroots. I am in the community. I am talking to our partners. I am in homeless shelters. I'm wherever you can find young people. I'm a youth advocate, actually. And I'm in schools. Wherever you can find these young people, I reach out to them. So we're in the community, talking about who we are and the services that we can provide to young people in the city of Detroit, as well as on our social media outlets.
More information can be found bhghdetroit.org. Again, it's their website, bhghdetroit.org, for more information. At this time, what are some of the most important ways, the most significant ways that people out in the community that want to support your mission and your efforts in the Detroit area supporting these kids, how can they best contribute to Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit at this time?
Oh my goodness. Yes, you can go to our website. You can reach out to me individually, 248-342-9983. But we are in need. Our services are free of charge to all of our young people and our college students. For our residential home, volunteers to come in and prepare meals for our scholars, resources, any type of resources you can provide to run a house. Whatever you need to run your household, we need those same items in our household, for 6 girls. So we're always looking for hygiene products. We're looking for school supplies. We're looking for anything you can provide for us to help us run our house effectively. For our academy programs, of course, always school supplies. We're in need of school supplies. A lot of the times, the families of our young people are suffering as well. So we're always trying to prepare food baskets for our families, Christmas gifts, just whatever we can do to help our young people thrive and to help them feel comfortable about being with us, knowing that we're supporting their family as well. Collegiate support, we're always looking for mentors. We're always looking for individuals to help us come and put together care packages to send to our college students. We have 95 students in college right now. So we're very small here in Detroit. We're growing, but we're very small. We have a staff team of maybe 12, but we're doing some really powerful work and we're servicing our three programs. So volunteers, mentors, individuals that can provide care packages for our collegians, whatever we can do to help them thrive.
More information, of course, can be found on their website, bhghdetroit.org, or by visiting shareddetroit.org, where they're one of over 300 charities and nonprofits supported on the Shared Detroit platform. Again, shareddetroit.org or bhghdetroit.org is their direct website to find more information on their resources and get in contact with them. If you'd like to get involved, volunteer, provide your expertise and your care to this organization, and of course, to donate and contribute to their organization and give them more of the means that they need in order to provide these services to kids and families in Detroit. Rebecca, just another couple minutes with you before we'll say goodbye today. Anything else we haven't discussed yet that people should know about Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit, or that they should be keeping an eye out for from your organization in the near future?
Yes, keep an eye out for our Festival of Hope for sure. It's a big deal for us here. We're very proud of it. Our scholars are very proud of it. We normally hold that event February the 9th. We are launching our Academy program on October the 17th at Say Detroit. So that's something big to look out for. And our Boys House. We are trying to reopen a Boys House similar to our Girls House. And so we look out for our Boys House. We'll be needing some support for that as well.
More information can be found on all this at bhghdetroit.org or visit sharedetroit.org as well to learn more about Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Detroit and over 300 other charities and nonprofits across various sectors all across our local area. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.